to business. Countdown timers! What are the pros? What are the cons? Why would you want to use a countdown timer in the first place? And we'll also talk about how to get your own without spending an arm and a leg or beating your head against the wall trying to create your own and looking amateur in the process because none of us are good at graphics. Most of us are not. Are you ready to dive in to countdown timers? Let's do it. Welcome to Live Streaming Pros. If you are new, please do type new in the comments. I would love to meet you. And if you are new, you actually don't know me. Hi, I'm Laria Petrucci, and I help you create professional live video that is uniquely you. So we're going to be talking about countdown timers today, right? And this is a very popular thing to do, but I want you to understand first and foremost, what is a countdown timer? Okay, so a countdown timer is pretty much a pre-show element or asset to your live streams so that you can get people in, you can engage them, that lets them know exactly when the show is going to start. And I'm going to talk about pros and cons here for a second, but countdown timers are really, really, really useful for engaging people beforehand, getting people a chance to come join you on your live stream. And if you don't know what a countdown timer looks like, well, here's the thing. They could look like a whole bunch of different things. There are a lot of different varieties of countdown timers out there. However, I just want to show you what ours looks like, just so you can kind of get an idea for what that looks like. And so this is what it looks like.
Funny how the story goes, little hope but bigger dreams. They try to bring a sucker down, singing louder than the crowd. Listen to the rhythm, I'm feeling brand new.
Right? Okay, so that's what ours looks like. And you guys have been loving it since we started doing it like this with the transparent overlay so you can see kind of me getting ready for the show. We all dance together because everybody just jams out to the music. And I'll talk about music here in just a second. But you guys just kept asking for them all the time. Every time we do a stream, you're like, I need that. Give it to me. So what our in-house designer, the magical Mr. Paul Dixon, did was he created a bunch for you. Now, he's quite expensive to hire on his own, but he said, you know what? I want to make sure that people can get professional streams and countdown timers, and it's really done for you. And so then you can actually match the color of your brand. So the link is in the description and the comments, and we're going to show you how all of the options work, how it all works, and like what you need to know in a minute. And we're also going to talk about what we did to make it really super simple for you to get it into your software. So I'll go over all of that in a second. But first, let's talk about pros and cons. So Eileen was asking this earlier before we really started the show. And she asked, like, what are the pros? What are the cons? What do we need to know about countdown timers? So let's talk about the pros. The peak time of getting people onto your live stream is 18 minutes, okay? Analytics say 18 minutes is when the peak number of viewers will join your stream. Okay, so if that's the case, then having a 5 to 10 countdown timer gives you a little extra into that, right? So that your gut of the content is in there when the peak time of people are showing up, right? Does that make sense? It also increases engagement massively, especially if you do it like we do, right? With this transparent background, it's kind of voyeuristic, right? It's like, okay, you can see the host getting ready. You can see what's going on. It's like this pre-show engagement show. It's a pre-show, right? And in my case, I dance. We jam out to music. I encourage dancing at home. But even if you're not going to dance, while you're getting ready, allowing people to actually see behind the scenes and kind of see what you're doing and just feel like they're watching you, which is, I mean, how many reality shows do we have in America at least? But yeah, so that's a really cool thing because it really causes engagement and also habit forming. So if people know that there's going to be something interesting to watch behind the scenes before you start your show, guess what? They're going to show up early each and every time. So you want to create that habit with people. It also helps with retention because you're creating this habit and it's highly engaging. People will stick around longer. Okay. So now I talked about the music, right? And by the way, 10 minutes, 5 minutes, it doesn't really matter. 10 minutes works really well for us. Some people use a 5-minute countdown timer. That's totally up to you. Do a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of testing, and you'll figure it out, what works for you and your audience best. I like 10 minutes because, I like the chance to make sure my promotions are going out. I like the chance to fix any tech issues that might be going on because it's live, all of that. So we had a bunch of people asking about music. Somebody said before the show started, while we were in our countdown, they were like, how on earth are you not getting a copyright claim right now? Because as you saw, we're playing music. Here's the thing. Music, you cannot use copyrighted music in your streams or your videos. So what we do is we actually use Epidemic Sound, and you can get a free 30-day trial. And I have a whole video on that. We can link to that in the description about more details about who and why and what you need to know about copyrighted music. But that is what you want to do. We believe fully in Epidemic Sound because it is the thing that you need. It's really, really awesome music, first and foremost. Everybody loves our music, not just me. It could happen. And then also they don't ever claim us. Like some of the other services out there, they claim you even though you're paying them for a license. So we've not had that problem with Epidemic. So those two reasons alone are worth it to use Epidemic Sound. And again, that link to get your own trial is in the description. Now, cons. Let's talk about cons. There really aren't that many cons, except that there will be some people who won't stick around through a countdown timer. There are some people who are like, all right, let's just get to it, right? I see the notification. But, those are really fewer than those who do stick around. So you're not going to lose a lot of people that way. And we have somebody in here, and I was trying to pull up your name, and I'm gonna blank. But we had somebody in here who actually said the first time they showed up on our stream, they were like, "Hey, why are you playing a countdown timer? Let's just get to it." But you know what? They stuck around, or at least they came back and watched, they were there later in the stream. So you're not really going to lose a lot of people. So don't worry about that. And you can trim it for the replay. So if you're wanting to, make sure that the replay viewers aren't having to sit through a countdown timer, then that's totally possible. All right, so we're going to get to Q&A here in just a second. I see lots of questions coming through. But, sorry, I just got a note from my team. Just Samson just became a supporter member. Whoop, whoop. Thank you so much. All right, so here's how you can get your own. Like I said, Paul Dixon, who is our magical graphic designer, he actually created some for you to be able to match your brand. It includes done for you files so that you can just load it into your software, vMix or Ecamm, and then make a few tweaks. We've gotten you tutorials for OBS, vMix, and Ecamm so that you know exactly what buttons to push and how to get it in there. They're only 27 bucks. And we wanted to price it that way so that you could, maybe have a variety, which actually means more engagement with your audience. So let's take a look at what you need to know. So if you click the link in the description, this is what it looks like. So you'll just go here and then click Countdown Timers. And then you have 4 different options. And this is really cool. Somebody asked earlier during our countdown, like, why so many options? We want you to have the variety and the options so that you have a little bit of personality choice, right? And color choice, brand choice. Okay. So first of all, there's the color changing countdown timer. And if you scroll down here, you actually see this, an example of what this countdown timer looks like. So it changes colors as it kind of goes through that. I really like that one. You can get it with a white border right here or a black border. I know Jermaine got the black border. Whoop, whoop. And then you have the classic one. I think this has a lot of different color options, and this is a really cool one because you can do green, you can do red. I think the red one pops really well. You could do yellow. Ooh, that definitely pops, right? You can do whatever brand color you want. Ooh, pink. Nice. I love it. And then you can see, again, that one has the white circle, but then the sides are the color choices that you're making. Let's see what else we got. If you can't tell, I'm so excited that we've been able to do this for you because you don't have to worry about doing it yourself, right? You don't have to worry about if it's going to look amateur or professional. You know it's going to look professional because Mr. Paul Dixon did it. And then you also just don't have to bang your head against the wall trying to create one yourself. I'm terrible at graphics. So if I tried to create one, you know it would be bad. It would look amateur, right? And so that's why I'm so excited about this, because it can instantly increase the professionalism of your streams, and it can make it super easy to just get going and take action, which is the most important thing to me, is that you're taking action. So these are the chasing live streaming streamer countdowns, and this is the purple one. So you see how like there's 2 colors. The white is chasing the purple, or the purple is chasing the white. I can't quite tell. But you can choose, the pink. You can choose orange. You can go red. I'm always up for red. I'm always up for red. Turquoise. And by the way, if you already got one, let me know in the comments. I'm coming to Q&A here in just a second. All right, and then the neon one. This neon the neon one is actually really popular. So that's the neon, and it changes colors as it goes through the circle. I think we've got like 3 or 4 colors in there. So then, yeah. Woohoo! Book of Alphronomy. Am I saying that right? Dr. Boa, thank you so much for the super chat. I will check your super chat question here in just a second. So that is, what you need to know about the, files that we're providing you. You can get your own at livestreamingpros.com/store. And remember, it includes done for you files. Literally, for Ecamm and vMix, all you do is double click the file we give you. It loads everything, the scenes and the setup, into Ecamm and vMix. And then through the tutorial process, we just show you exactly what you need to change or adjust in order to get yours put into the system. It's only $27, so we wanted to make sure that you have that potential for variety if you want to do that. And when you change things up on your audience, that causes more engagement. So definitely get your butt on over there. If you have questions about countdown timers in general or these specifically, just let me know in the comments. We'll respond to those. But I'm so happy that we can provide this for you to make it easier for you to get live streaming setups that are more professional. Super easy, just from the visual aspect alone, right? How awesome is that? Okay, so we're gonna go into Q&A. If you're watching the replay, be sure to drop your comments below, and I can't